Hey guys, so for today's video, I have a super warm, smoky, sultry fall makeup look. I'm so excited to share this with you guys because I absolutely am obsessed with how the makeup look turned out, especially the lip combo. So yeah, I'm so excited for you guys to see it and I hope you enjoy, and let's just get right into it. So I wanted to show you guys that I'm not naked in this tutorial. I have a strapless top on. So we're going to start off with primer, of course. I'm taking the Smashbox Primerizer just to really give our skin a super healthy glow, but I'm also going to mattify the T-zone and fill in my pores with the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. For foundation today, I'm taking the Hourglass Stick Foundation in the shade Golden Tan, mixed in with a little bit of the Fenty Pro Filter Foundation in 290. I just kind of wanted to test out how these two would work together, and I actually really enjoyed it. So I'm just going ahead and applying the stick foundation first and then pumping the Fenty on top of my hand and then kind of dabbing into it. The Fenty foundation does dry very fast, so the only way I like to apply it is on the back of the hand and then to the face. If you apply it straight to the face, it can be hard to blend since it does dry super quickly. But yeah, I'm just going to blend that into the hairline, down the neck, on the ears. So for concealer, I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tape. I feel like I never use any other concealer anymore and I just can't help it. I'm obsessed with this one, and this is in the shade Light Medium, and I'm going to use my Beauty Blender to blend out the center just because I love the round edges. It just makes that area look more natural. But then I love the Sigma 3D HD for the super rigid edges for the under eye so that I can kind of reverse contour my nose. I really love this sponge for underneath the eye, so I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out. So I'm going to do a little bit of cream contouring. I'm taking the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the shade Truffle. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that on the cheekbones, on the forehead, and a little bit on the bottom of the nose and on the bottom of the lip. On the actual nose, for contouring the nose, I use the KKW Beauty Medium Contour Stick in like the cream form. And then now I'm just blending that all out with this Morphe brush. This is actually the Morphe E7 brush. I've really been liking it for blending out cream contour, and then for cream bronzing, I like to blend it out with this e.l.f. 103 brush. I am also bringing that contour along the jawline. So to set the under eye and also like the T-zone area, I'm using the Fenty Beauty Invisimatte blotting powder. It is a blotting powder, but I've really been liking it for setting. It's super translucent, super matte. I talk about it more in my monthly favorites video that's coming up, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I've just been really liking it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and set that. And this is the Sigma F35 brush for those of you that do ask whenever I do this step. A lot of you guys ask what this brush is, so that's what it is. So I'm going to bronze up the face. I'm using the Smashbox Matte Bronzer, Warm Matte Bronzer, but it didn't give me that intense bronze that I wanted for today, so I ended up switching over to the MAC Give Me Sun Bronzer, and it gave me more of an intense bronze. For blush, I'm taking the NARS Lovejoy blush, and I'm just popping that on the cheeks. This is perfect for fall because it just gives you a really nice flush of color, and it's like deep enough to look super smoky on the cheeks. And I'm taking the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette with that dark shade and just contouring a little bit more. A lot of contouring in this video. So for highlight, I'm taking the Makeup Forever Pro Fusion number 2. And also this is the, I get asked a lot, let me pick it up now. This is the Morphe M501 brush. So skipping over the brows, we're going to go straight into priming the eyes. I have my Tarte Shape Tape on here, and I'm just going ahead and blending that out with a sponge. So you want to make sure you set the eyes. So I'm just going to use that same Fenty Beauty powder I used on the face on the eyes just to really give myself a super smooth base. You don't want to forget any spaces either. So we're dabbing into the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm taking Silk Cream mixed with a little bit of Pukey. And this is something I've been doing lately. If you guys notice, my face is super angled upwards. And for me, I have slightly hooded eyes. So this is really an easy way for me to like kind of find my crease, if that makes sense. Because my crease sometimes can kind of like just disappear and can look a little bit flat. So yeah, you'll notice there's like a lot of angling in this video, but pretty much these two shades work great as a transition for me. And then I'm just going to take only Pukey alone and add just a little bit of extra definition in the crease as well, but kind of more focused towards that outer corner just to really smear it out and smudge it out. Next, I am taking the shade, I believe this is called Roxanne, and it's a really beautiful, rich red-based brown. Like, it is so beautiful. This is like the star of the show in terms of the eyes, so I'm just really smoking that out on the outer corner and, of course, blending it out constantly, just blending, switching brushes, and just really smearing and smudging it out on the outer corner area. So now I am taking the shade, I believe this is called Hunts, and I'm just adding a little tiny bit of this. If you guys can notice, it's just a little bit, just because I wanted to add a tad bit of orange in there, just to give it more dimension and more tones. Next, I am taking the shade Mocha, and I just wanted to add a little bit of extra definition. I mean, this step is kind of unnecessary, but I just added a tiny bit of depth and a little bit of brown, and of course, I am blending everything out. Again, tons of blending in this video. So now I am mixing on my finger Queen with the highlighter that I used on my face, just to make a really nice bronzy gold, and then I'm smearing it out with a brush. It applies best with a finger, but then I like to like perfect it with a brush. And on the inner corner, I just used only the highlight shade that I had on my face. So for the lower lash, I am mixing Silk Cream and Pukey right now, but then I'm also going to add in Roxanne and a tiny bit of Hunts again. And then super close to the lash line, you guys will notice I'm applying Mocha. And this is really just going to add that extra bit of definition. And of course, I'm blending again, lots of blending. Look at the angles I am working in this video. And over here on the lash line, I'm applying a little bit of Mocha too, just to really kind of smudge it out, add some definition too. So for the tight line, I'm taking Urban Decay Torch with ColourPop and Kathleen Light's Mr. Bing, and this just added like extra warmth to the eye look. I absolutely was obsessed with it. So for the top, I only did Mr. Bing, but for the bottom, I mixed the two. And then I'm just applying some mascara just to prep my lashes for some falsies. For falsies, I applied them off camera, but I used the Esquito Celestial lashes. So for the lips, I am taking the NYX lip liner in the shade Nutmeg, and I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips with this. This is going to be pretty much a really nice base for the liquid lipstick that I'm going to be using. So I'm just lining my lips with this, and I kind of wanted it to be a bit darker, so then I went in with MAC Bittersweet, which is a really nice deep chocolate brown lip liner, so I'm kind of deepening that up with it. Again, this is going to work as such a nice base for the liquid lip that we're going to use. We're going to take Kylie's Pumpkin, and Pumpkin is like my favorite liquid lipstick to pull out. Every fall, it just like, it pops in my head. I love it. It's such a very rich orange brown, but mixing it with those lip liners, just, it created the perfect little combo. I'm obsessed with it. A lot of you guys are saying this lip reminds you a lot of Anastasia's liquid lipstick in Ashton, so that could be like a, you know, a good alternative too, but I just love how this combo turned out. So that is pretty much it for this makeup look, you guys. I hope you are as obsessed with it as I am. I absolutely love how it turned out. There's just something about fall that screams big, cozy sweaters, super messy buns and top knots, and really rich, warm fall makeup. So hopefully you enjoyed. As always, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.